Good morning. Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How are we today? I'm here a little bit early. Hey Sherry, how are you? Hey, just so you know, I posted Bible journaling on the website today. So I presume we're gonna do what we do every month. Send me a message. Hey Carm, how are you? Hi Keels, how are you? I'm so glad to see everybody. I'm kind of, we're getting ready to do our taxes. Ugh. So, I'm ready to just paint for a while. You know what I mean? It's kind of a, you know. But I do want to plant some plants today, and I have some seeds that I want to plant. So that's a nice balance too, you know? So is everybody else ready for the weekend? It is hot as Hades here. Hey Laura, how are you? Hey Sue, how are you? It is supposed to be like 93 today. Ugh. Jeff has gone in that pool, but not Anne. It is still pretty cold for Anne Marie. But I'm excited about painting. That's for sure. So I was just telling Sherry, hey Sue, how are you? I was just telling Sherry that I just posted, Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles. Hi, Becky King, another cousin, you guys. I just posted, hey, Nance, how are you? I just posted Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles to April 2021, early this morning, so it's registration is open. The artwork is up. I've started to, hello back. I'm so glad to see ya. I'm gonna do what I do every month, where I do it in two different ways. So I started this version. So it's a world with some roses, but a different kind of rose. But I still have lots to build on this. But I want to do a tip-in one, and then one that's on the page. So that's this month's artwork. Don't forget we have Aunt Florence that's still on the website, that's up. And I will be making cards with this probably tomorrow with Tessa. This is the version that I painted in Thursdays. Well, I started it on Tuesday and then I finished it up in Thursday's pop-in paint party. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Whimsical lettering for April is up on the website for April, so be sure to check that out. I have look at this stack of Post-its of all the things I need to talk to you about. Hey Carol, how are you? Oh, Ornamentally Yours. Remember that is going to be this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and my class is Friday the 16th at 10 a.m. and we are going to do, this is called a spring banner builder, and we're going to do a bunch of different versions of that. I'll walk you through the process. Carmen has been, my resident banner expert, has been creating some of the coolest stuff. I can't wait to share with you guys. So that'll happen in the Ornamentally Yours private Facebook group. So be sure to ask to join. Remember that the password is Daffodil. And there are 10 artists, and we're all doing free classes as a great big thank you for all of your love and support through the whole crazy pandemic. Oh, and our art journaling class, Inspire Your Heart with Art. This is the artwork for that. And we will be creating with this and creating other things. I'm going to be posting some things that you need to start gathering if you're in that class. Oh, don't forget, May 1st is the happy birthday to Corbiere-Scott Designs. How fun is that? We're going to have an extra pop-in paint party that week. On May Day, we're going to have some new artwork to play with, a new art printable, and some giveaways. We also have a giveaway going on right now on Instagram. So if you haven't checked that out, be sure to. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Hey Rennie, how are you? Be sure to check out that Instagram giveaway. There's some things that you need to do. You need to follow me, you need to like and save the post, and then you need to tag some friends. Pretty easy peasy. So today, let's talk about Wasily Kandinsky. So Wasily Kandinsky, we followed him last year. Do you remember I read this book to you, The Dot? So he was one of the first artists that I kind of presented last year. And I had started it with my great niece and nephew, Braxton and Desiree, with whoops, let's see. Where's theirs? I think it's in here somewhere. I had done it with them virtually over FaceTime. Anyway, oh, there we go. Here we go. So here's Desiree's and here's Braxton's that I made with them. And then I did a bunch of other versions. So this one, I just did Crayon Resist. So I'm sure that most people are aware of Kandinsky's concentric circles. And so I wanted to take that idea and then kind of, you know, make it my own. So I did hearts because I miss them very much. And we did crayons and then black watercolor for some resist. And that was super fun. And then we did this in class last year. And I'm trying to remember, it was a long time ago. It was, seriously, it was one of the first artists that we did. And so what I did was I kind of did that same crayon resist, but I wrote the word color, 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 because Kandinsky is all about color. And so I wrote color and then I drew on top of that. And then, so I divided my page, as you can see, equally. And then like, I think they're like 2 by 2 or something like that. Yes. Yes. Anyway, so Kandinsky, Kandinsky. So he was a Russian artist. He was a fundamentalist artist and one of the founders of abstract art. So I think I have a big version in here that I did of his. There we go. Joan of Arc. Look at, she's holding the place. Hey, Teresa. So for this time around, I wanted to do the same. I wanted to follow him again. Number one, because he's super fascinating. Number two, because he was one of the first artists that we did in this artist study. When I never really had a plan to do this. It just kind of evolved. And so, today I thought we could do the same. We could be inspired by his concentric circles and but use them in a new inventive way. And so get your color wheel out, because we're going to experiment with complementary colors, because he was really all about colors. He used colors to express his emotions, but he also had this condition called, let's see if I can pronounce it, synesthesia, which allows him to hear colors. I know that sounds crazy, but how amazing is that? One of his one of his most well-known images is not a painting intended to be displayed, but rather a set of images he used as a color study, trying out different combinations of colors together. And that was the concentric circles. Let's see. Oh, he had a really cool, let's see, a quote by him. It was about the dot. He really liked to play with thick lines and thin lines and curved lines. He was really, he was quite experimental. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh, like almost a year ago. Carmen, how crazy is that? So what I was thinking today, is that we can, so there's there's an exercise out there that I saw that was inspired by Kandinsky. And what they did was they created a Kandinsky tree, which I thought would be so cool. Hi, Kina, how are you? If you are brand new here, if you would follow and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. Today we are studying the artist Kandinsky, and so like I said, I was thinking, well, I had a couple of ideas. So I was thinking about doing like a way more organic group of circles, right? But like a circle and a circle and a circle and a circle, the concentric circles, but in a way more organic way, like just filling my page with circles. Or the tree idea, like you do the tree and then the concentric circles are like the leaves in the tree. So Kandinsky was really, he really was an expert at using color, complementary colors next to each other. So, and complementary colors, if you remember correctly, are the ones that are opposite on the color wheel. Red and green, yellow and purple, blue and orange. And a good way to remember that, I don't know if you remember this, we studied him almost a year ago. That's so crazy, Carmen. That there's no blue and orange, there's no orange and blue, there's no purple and yellow, there's no yellow and purple, there's no red and green, and there's no green and red, right? So you can't combine those colors. Those primary colors don't have other colors that make them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and he was really into playing colors. Well, here we go. He was really into complementary colors. So you'll see, like I did yellows and purples here. I did blues and oranges. I did greens and reds here. So this one I divided off into, and if you were here with me last year, we did this, where we wrote words over and over and over and over, and then we painted on top of it. We drew on top of it, and then we painted on top of that. You know, I like layers and layers and layers. But today I'm feeling like I just want to fill my whole page with circles and then start to fill them with color. But I'm not good, so I don't want them to be perfect circles in any way, but I brought lots of different circly things to trace. But here's what I mean. So I'm gonna do a circle here, and then I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see that, and then I'm going to, so I did the outside, right? And now I'm gonna do the inside, but then on the inside, I wanna come in and do some circles like kind of off, like offset. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this. But I want to fill this entire thing with concentric circles, but in kind of a new and fun way. And I want to use complementary colors, but bright complementary colors, because I felt like last time they were really quite dark, and so I want them to be a little bit lighter and brighter this time around. How's everybody doing? Hi Jan, how are you? So we're doing Wassily Kandinsky today. That's who we're going to study. And he had a famous painting called, you know what? I don't even know what the name. Well, he had a couple of them. He had Composition 8. That was one of his big paintings. And then let's do like that. Shut up. I'm loving that. Like, I just have this vision of how I want it to look. And don't you have that moment where you're like, please, please, please come out the way I kind of see it in my head? Hey, Lynn, how are you? Long time no see. So, you know, it's fascinating. So, you know, he was born in 1866 and died in 1944. So he wasn't that far behind us. But his paintings, if you look at his paintings, let me pull them up on my little iPad. They considered them to be brightly colored. It's just so interesting because our brightly colored today is very different than their brightly colored. Do you know what I mean? So, like this, can you see that? Let's see. Pull these away. This is one of his famous paintings, and this was bright colors. And I don't think of it as bright colors, but, you know, they did. So here's that, see, it's a kid's assignment, but I thought it was so cool that it was a Kandinsky tree collage, which I thought was very cool. Let's see. So here's one of his famous paintings. So this is brightly colored, certainly for the time. And here, you notice that his artwork kind of grows and changes, and that's cool, right? Because all of our art should grow and change. Look at this one. That one's super cool, right? It has lines and circles. Circles in a Circle, 1923. Very cool, don't you think? I just love it. I could just watch this like 100 times. seriously, 100 times. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool one. Look at this one. This one is bright, but I don't know that he actually did it. I think that it's just some circles, someone emulating him. Okay, just a sec. Here's his squares and concentric circles. Do you see his use of complementary colors is really quite nice. Anywho, so I'm gonna start I'm gonna continue, I should say, to fill my page with circles. How about all of you? Is everybody playing along? Oh, if you have a chance, one of my design team members, Charmaine, has a while ago, she entered a contest for a Canadian magazine called, I'm drawing lots of circles too, yes, Creative Scrapbooker magazine. So the contest is Card of the Year. So the card that she created with my Carmen art printable which is the poinsettia, it's in the running. And the post is will be just below this class. So on my Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook page. So if you would be so kind as to vote, we would greatly appreciate it. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I'm kind of liking them off center, like just kind of, so it's kind of Kandinsky-ish, but it's anified. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Keely, I think you already voted too. I'm so grateful. And she is too, that's for sure. I'm feeling like I want to Hey Sarah, how are you? We are being inspired, I should say, by Wassily Kandinsky. Okay. So are you, I'm curious how all of you are going to be creating with his inspiration. You know what I mean? Are you going to do something more traditional? Ooh, acrylic paints would be nice. Acrylics would be nice. I just brought my watercolors up, but you're right, acrylics would be really nice because they would be so bold. And this is certainly a painting that calls for bold, doesn't it? But I really wanted this. I know I drew these with a tracer, but I'm kind of feeling like I really want them to be quite organic. I really want them to be, like once I start applying paint, I want them to be, really kind of organic and you know. Free flowy. That's kind of my jam. And I want them to all have kind of a lot of circles, so there's lots to color, lots to, you know what I mean? Like lots to, lots of area to play with those complementary colors. So I want each one to have like at least 3 circles. More would be delightful. I'm just gonna kind of sit back and look at it for a minute. I also think that I'm going to apply my color and then I'll come back in with pens later and do some pen work to kind of give myself some nice contrast. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes, see if there's anything else I need to talk to you about. Oh, he had, this is a good one. And we had talked about this before, but colors can look different depending on what colors they're placed next to. So be kind of mindful of that. Once you start applying your color, that's why complementary colors are called complementary, because they do bring out kind of the best, right? The best in the other color. I'm feeling like I want to draw some kind of organic circles. Yes! That's kind of how I saw it more. This one, we're just gonna... Yep. So what does everybody else have planned for the day? Anything fun? I think I'm ready to start applying some color. So I'm going to get my water out and start to activate all of these colors, because I don't exactly know where I'm going color-wise. Sometimes I just kind of like that feeling of, do you know what I mean? Of just letting it kind of organically happen. And once you commit to with one color, then you're gonna build from that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Everybody take a drink. I hope that everybody brought their beverage of choice to the group. Hey Sharon, how are you? I am drinking agua fria. But as girls, we need to be taking care of each other, don't we? I think that's important. So I'm going to continue to use, well, I have like all kinds of brushes up here, like just regular round brushes, and then also some water brushes. So I'm just going to go where the wind takes me. You know what I mean? So remember I said I wanted to do opposites. I want to do some complementary colors, so, but I'm going to do it kind of with a twist. And I wanted to use these really bright colors. So I'm going to do pink and green, pink and green. So here. I didn't do words under this one. I always like that. I should have done that, but oh well. And I'm just going to start filling in my space with color. And then that just, you know what, isn't it interesting? So when you draw out your plan, I always find that it's it looks a certain way to your eye. But then when you start to add color, holy tamale, then it just opens up the floodgates, I think, of imagination and fun. So I have a couple of little overlaps up here. So I thought it would be fun to just leave it with no color until I kind of figure out something. So see, I have one there, I have one there. That might be the only overlaps I have, but I thought that it was kind of interesting, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with that. Depends, I guess, how I'm feeling when I get there, once all the other things are done. And I just feel like, you know how my thoughts on just waking up your creative spirit. I think painting is just the best way to just stretch those creative muscles and get yourself in a great focused place. Does everybody have their color scheme kind of planned out? Have you thought about where you want to go color-wise? I just love to be inspired by one of the master painters of our world, the artistic world, and then, you know, put your own spin on their process and their mediums and their method. So I'm liking this hot pink, so I'm thinking I'll do one of these hot pink. Maybe I should have done it opposite. Oh well. And I'm not being super, I mean, I'm trying to stay kind of in the lines, but you know, I'm not like stressing myself out about it or anything. Because remember, we're going to come in with those heavy, with thick and thin lines to give us some nice contrast later on. And I just want to have fun, you know? Doesn't have to be perfect, certainly. Let's start this one with orange. And the orange in this set is really quite interesting because it's really quite burnt orange-ish, you know? Which I find quite interesting. But it's so rich. I just really like it. But you know, you can mix and match your palettes. You can do, you know, you do you. That's for sure. And remember, you can turn your book, remember? So that your hand is that you're not painting in an awkward way for your hand. Because the process of painting, we should be as comfortable as possible, right? And creating in our art journal. This is art journals are all about the process, are all about the journey, right? I hope that everybody has their color wheel out so they can think about their complementary colors. Whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be the exact, it doesn't have to be red, blue, and yellow. It can be like this, pink and green instead of red and green, right? So we can just, let's see. How can I, there we go. So we can go to our red, right? Whoops. Whoops. Right? So pink. There we go. And green, right? So all of the values of red and all of the values of green. So kind of think about it like that. Like all of the values of orange, all of the values of blue, all of the values of yellow, all of the values of violet. So if you have a paint set that has a red that's not like pure red, no worries. You can just make it whatever, you know? Oh, I have a big space here to fill. Those are kind of fun challenge, you know? Mm-hmm. So I need another artist to listen to. Yesterday was Journey. That band, can I tell you, that band was such a soundtrack of my life. I saw them in concert so many times. And they, you know, I was convinced that Steve Perry was singing Just to Me, even though my name wasn't Sherry, whatever. So that was super fun to spend the day with them yesterday. But now it's been such a fun journey to just, not like always listening to new bands, but listening to like old friends that maybe I hadn't listened to in a long time, and then find myself singing those songs to myself the next day. Do you know what I mean? I think I love that. I love that, like a visit from an old friend. That's cool. Turn, turn, turn. Oh, David Cassidy, he was something, wasn't he? Nancy, has it warmed up for you to... I already did listen to the Fifth Dimension. Come on, Age of Aquarius. They were amazing. Nancy, is it warm enough for you to plant some flowers yet? Whoops. I listened to Harry Chapin, and he was one that stuck with me, Kales. Thank you for the suggestion. Was it really? Elton John was my first concert, and I still am madly in love with it. Seriously, I love him. He's my favorite. His music has been with me through my whole life. Since about 13, I should say. And I have his music in every way. 8 tracks and 8 tracks and cassettes and 45s and albums. I still have all of my albums and CDs, and now on my iTunes. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Oh, I haven't listened to Neil Diamond, Cracklin' Rosie. That might be a good one. I'm loving mine. Are you guys loving your painting so far? If you like this class, then you might really think seriously about doing my 3-month-long art journaling class. It's $15 for 3 months, and we do we just fill our art journals with cool techniques, and we just play with those new and old artsy techniques and color and pattern. Oh my gosh, it's the best. And like I said, it's $15 for 3 months. I had to think a minute for my succession of colors. Oh, don't you love Gerber daisies, Nancy? Yeah, we planted some tomatoes, and we always have basil. We kind of have that year round. We eat a lot of that. And Jeff has some peppers out there. But peas, ooh, I might like doing peas. I do love peas. Especially fresh peas. Come on, I bet they're delightful. So did you plant your, did you do your tomatoes from plants, I presume, not from seed? So I need to plant the, I think I told you that I had some, we love herbs too. So we have basil, I told you that, and rosemary, and there's a third one out there. Now I don't remember. It's just always such a spring activity, isn't it? Planting something new. Oh, the seeds that I have. So I have a bunch of wildflower seeds, but I also have some zinnias and dahlias, so I want to plant those in some pots. Zinnias, zinnias, dahlias, asters. They're so pretty. Oh, radishes. Really, Keely? That's awesome. So were they outside the whole time and they just came back? That's amazing. It's always interesting, isn't it, to see what survives the winter. Oh, okay. A raised bed. Cool. My parents have a raised bed, and my dad always grow tomatoes. And my mom got this tomato plant last summer. Whoops. Just stuck my elbow in the yellow paint. My mom got this tomato plant last year called jelly beans, which I thought was super cute. Little tiny tomatoes. Oh, that's a good one, Laura. You're a tea drinker like your sister. Huh? I am not a huge tea drinker. I try. I mean, I might just put it in my water, the mint. Feeling maybe this one should be yellows and blue. It is perfect for herbs. A raised bed. We have to do almost everything in pots here because our dirt is terrible. Let's do one more. A mojito. I just love the smell of herbs too. It's kind of aromatherapy, isn't it? When we were at the nursery in California, when we bought those plants, the lady who was selling us the tomato plants, she said, so you know so here's the main stem and then there's the little offshoots. She said pick those off because they will, I don't remember what she said, why. But anyway, she's like, pick them off because I think that they limit the amount of, like the blossoms and stuff. Anyway, so she popped it off and she rubbed it between her fingers and she just said, and that's good because I just like smelling it. And I thought, oh my gosh, I just love the smell of tomato plants. Keely, do you remember when I bought that? Do you remember when we went to that thing in Vegas, that Queen Bee Market, and I bought that perfume that was tomato leaves and mango? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I just love it. Let's see. So I have this one, and this one. So this one I think I need to do orange. This one needs to be orange, but maybe just this is orange. I'm thinking. It was hand creamed. Then where did I get the perfume? At someplace else that she was, I think, because I got the hand cream and the perfume, and it seems like I got lotion or something. I don't know. I still have it, and I still, oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I don't know if that person is still doing that. That was a while ago. Sophie's acting pretty tough out there in the backyard, I'm just gonna tell you. Keeping the neighborhood in check. So how's everybody doing painting-wise? I kind of keep losing myself in my painting. Sorry, you guys. Oh, I loved that. There were so many cool things there. There were so many cool things there. So, oh my gosh. So this week, so one of the plants that I bought there was a string of pearls succulent that I've been looking for forever and a day. And it's a hanging one. And seriously, Keels, remember we got those macrame plant hangers in our swag bag? I totally just ordered a macrame plant hanger from a girl on Etsy. I'm so excited to get it because it's mustard in color. Because I thought I could do it myself, but you know what? Why wouldn't I support another artisan and be able to hang it right away, you know? So I'm going to hang them in the window of my studio. I think that'll be so nice. I have my little Frida corner, like my little Frida shrine with the lunchbox that you got me and that can that I got in England with her face on it with some succulents in it. I have, oh, please. I adore her, that Frida. So I think this one should be pink, yeah? I know, I think that'll be super pretty too. So I thought I would go looking for some pots. So I saw a thing yesterday where somebody covered a terracotta pot with jelly printing. Shut up. It was so cool. But then I thought, well, you know what? Really? How do we only have 10 minutes left? But I love those Mexican pots, and I just thought that would be so perfect. So I think I might just get one of those. I think. So I'm gonna do my pink over here, and I didn't even get to show you the complementary colors because I was so, you know, into doing my first layer of color. But I think you all understand that. I hope. I will try to work. I do have some other work I have to do today. And, you know, I'm going to want to stay out of Jeff's hair with the whole taxes thing. Ugh. I might have to go someplace. Oh, I just got a facial yesterday. Oh my gosh, that was so nice. It was the first time that I felt kind of comfortable doing that, you know. That vaccine, I'm telling you, it made me feel so good. So I think this one needs to be orange. Yes. Let's do this one with orange on the outside. Because I don't think neither one of our other oranges have orange on the outside. I just love, don't you love that we've been making art together for like a whole year, some of you, and that my art journal is almost all the way full. I love that. And it's just so fun to go back and revisit all those old friends, you know. And remember where we were and what we kind of all lived through. That's kind of a crazy thing too, isn't it? I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I don't know why. And I laid there and laid there and laid there. And then I was like, at 5 o'clock, I was like, this is ridiculous. Just get up. So I did, and I should have gone for a big walk, but I didn't. I piddled around instead. I did some Instagram work, and I finished up some paperwork, and oh, I posted the Bible journaling. So now I'm like, crammy. I'm gonna have to either go outside when it's hot and do my walk, or I don't know, maybe go to the gym with Jeff today. All right. So I know we're getting close, Keels. I know we're getting close. But I want to do some of my opposites just so you can kind of see where I'm going. So I'm going to do this tealy blue, I think, with that orange. I think that might be kind of cool. Look at that. So pretty. So I hope everybody understands what my methodology was here, that I'm just doing all complementary colors. But remember, complementary colors don't have to be necessarily like pure red, pure green, right? They can be shades of those colors. They can be, think about your values of colors. And I'm not mixing colors, but you can absolutely mix your colors. That would be super cool, because then you could do whatever you want, you know? So next month in this class, we are going to be revisiting another old friend that I can hardly wait to study a little bit more. I mean, don't you feel like, ugh, I keep doing it. Just stuck my hand in the pink paint. Next month, we are going to be studying Georgia O'Keeffe. So that will be super fun. So be sure to be here. And it will be, look what I did. It will be on the, on the calendar, on the May calendar, certainly. This is the biggest one, so it'll have a big impact, I think. I'm really liking it. I'm really, really liking it. Just wanted to do enough of one that you guys saw what I was like. Excuse me. Ooh, time to take a drink. Enough that you could see my, like, what my vision was, and how I was going to handle complementary colors. I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. Now I need to take a drink. Oh. I hope everybody's drinking their water or whatever. That blue, like this blue with that burnt orange is really pretty together, isn't it? I'm really liking it. Turn, 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 turn. I hope that you all have a little bit more time in your day to just create, and with, you know, with an open heart and free from any kind of pressure, just free expression. It will do your heart good, that's for sure. Whoops. It's so interesting that it looks like such a bright blue here. Excuse me, it looks like kind of like a royal blue, but in fact it's quite turquoise. Let's see if when I turn that, nope. It's really quite turquoise. It must be the lighting of where I'm sitting. I'm on a constant quest to find the perfect spot to paint on these videos. I have moved myself all over this house. Almost done with this one. Well, with this step. There we go. So pretty. I'm really digging it. I'm really, really liking it. I think I have another one here that I can pull some of that pink off before I go in with my green. This is not watercolor paper, so you don't have wiggle room, and it's not going to, this mixed media paper absorbs the watercolor quick, and so there's not as much time to adjust. So remember, we talked about before that it's so important that you get to know your supplies. Whatever art materials you have, I don't care if it's Crayola, I don't care if it's a piece of copy paper, it doesn't matter. Remember, I just want everybody to make art. But just get to know its capabilities. Whatever watercolors you have, whatever substrate you're painting on, whatever pens you have, just get to know their capabilities, and I'm telling you, you'll make great art no matter what your supplies. I promise. Because of practice. It's all about practice. Just like everything in life, it's all about practice, right? Well, I'm 4 minutes over. Big surprise. Big surprise. Well, golly, I'm so grateful that you all came and joined me, and that we made art together, that we reminded ourselves or learned about Mr. Kandinsky, and I hope that you're inspired by him, and that you go look him up a little bit more, and that you look at, lots of his works, and that you kind of fill your brain with Kandinsky. And then I'm telling you, you're going to see it everywhere. You're going to see it everywhere. Someone who's emulated him, some of his work that maybe is in a public place. It's the greatest feeling to see that artist and recognize their work. It's the greatest. It is. Because that's like your old friend Wassily. I adore you all. Thank you so, so, so much for hanging with me on this Saturday morning. I appreciate it, that's for sure. I'm ever so grateful that you take time out of your life to just come and paint with me. Don't forget, we'll be back next month with Miss Georgia O'Keefe. She's quite a woman. I can't wait to share her with you again. And Tuesday this week, we're going to be working with our Aunt Florence art printable again. I have some other cool ideas of fun things that we can do with her. And so, you know, more cards, more artsy cards. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you, Nancy. I adore you all. See you Tuesday. Bye.